Give me food.
What the fuck? Stop.
Please give me food.
Pudding.
Okay. Oh my god. Ah,
Please, I am so hungry.
I can't take it. Dude, that sounds so weird. Are you using Are you just? Uh, was that all you?
Please, give me food.
It's too much. Reminds me of Dobby.
I don't know whose voice that is, but I'm gonna force feed it a deep dish pan pizza.
Okay, what's so good about deep dish?
So there's two good things about deep dish. The first is that the crust always ends up fully cooked and crisp, as opposed to soggy and falling everywhere, sloppy garbage. It's not greasy, and the best thing about deep dish is you can actually put like a layer of cheese in the bread.
Wow.
So it's like there's just flavor through it all, and it's just overall better. But you got to get it from the right place, because if you just get like a lazy deep dish, what they call a deep dish pizza from like a Pizza Hut or something, it's going to be garbage. But if you get it from a nice pizzeria, preferably in like Chicago, New York, or I had a good one in Philadelphia actually, then that's good.
Oh.
I think there's a couple places in San Francisco that do it okay, but I usually don't eat pizza when I'm in San Francisco. There's just so many better things.
Yeah, must be nice living there. So many options. What's Panda Express like? Oh shoot. What's it called? Like, is it considered fast food or something?
Yeah, it is. How I describe it is it is a Mexican family who had a nice taqueria decided they just wanted to make Chinese food without actually knowing how to make Chinese food.
Oh,
That is how you adequately describe Panda Express.
okay.
The definition of fast food versus like a restaurant is whether or not you pay for your food before you consume it.
Um, is there any special term for places that sell you food the way Panda Express does? Like, you just pick out the items, like, and they scoop it out of the thing.
Nope, that's just fast food.
Okay.
Do you know a class that can hurt itself and kill itself versus?
There's a couple that kinda can, sort of. The best way would probably to be an alchemist and to use your golem and then use the golem to kill you.
It's a good idea. Good idea.
If that doesn't work, you can have a high speed and use a sling as your weapon, and then as soon as you throw the stone, run in front of it.
That is a crazy person's idea.
And I think there's some mages that have AoE spells that you can target yourself with.
Yeah, all AoE spells hurt yourself until you get there's an ability that carves out a one self facing them where you're standing. Otherwise, they all hit you.
Is that game stable?
What, Tome?
Yeah.
Fairly stable. I've only had maybe 3 or 4 issues in over 200 hours.
Wait, who was
I
it
have-
that was saying that after a while, after running the game for a while, it gets really, really slow, like memory leak? Was that?
Oh,
That
I mean,
happens
if
to
you
me.
are
It really
if you were in
chucks.
if you were in the same game for 12 or 14 hours, yeah, it's gonna start getting some issues. How do you solve it? Exit the game and reload it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I tend to do big sessions in my games, so I suffer that in time. And I had that problem in Knights of the Old Republic 2 as well, where if you play a game in too long a session, it starts skipping cuts, dialogue and cutscenes. So the entire ending sequence was about 5 seconds long for me. First time I ran through that game.
Is there any? Is there a way? Shit. Is it is Dungeons of Dreadmore? Like, how does it compare to that game?
I haven't played Dungeons of Dreadmore.
How does it compare to time? Uh, well, Dreadmore is a lot prettier, but well, it's got like one or two broken achievements. It's got a ridiculous achievement which requires you to go drinking with the developers. And the overall game itself it's a good game. I'd say it's probably shallower than Time is.
Oh,
A lot of things are shallower than Tome is. Nearly every game I have played is shallower than Tome is. Skyrim is shallower than Tome is.
man.
Tome has such a ridiculous leveling up system where you have to memorize a whole plethora of abilities for every single race class combination.
Is, is there any way to check which um, what your most played genre is on Steam?
Not that I'm aware of, you'd have to actually check.
I want to see which genre I have the most completed games in, excluding visual novels.
Visual novels.
Shut up.
Well, I mean, I have all my games that I've 100%ed into one category.
Same.
I have a pretty wide range, actually. I would have to say platformer is most likely my most done genre.
Oh man, we're the exact opposite. Platformers are my weakness. Seriously. Took me several, like, way more hours to complete DLC quest than the norm was. DLC quest. I hate that.
And then after that, it has to be visual novels. That's my second, or maybe RPGs.
Yeah, I want to know what. I'm sure easier to find out.
Yeah, I actually have a really like the games I've played are actually quite versatile.
I don't think I have any sports games yet.
Let me check. I don't know if I do.
And football doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't have a single sports game completed.
Are there any good ones on Steam?
I'm sure there has to be, but I hate sports games, so I'm a really bad judge. There are only two types of games I don't like, and that's sports games and car games.
I want to play football games, but all the football games are simulators. And the one football game, Pro Evolution Soccer, no achievements. Name. I have that, but I don't think it counts.
Totally counts.
No,
If it doesn't have achievements, it doesn't count.
no, it
Does
does.
have achievement.
Oh.
Kind of like a joke game, though. It's football, but you can have
It's
cows,
still sports.
I guess.
I have about 4 to 5 racing games, but I think I only have one sports game in my entire collection.
I really wish. Have you my God, my English. Have any of you ever played Mario Strikers on the Wii?
No, I stopped console gaming like around PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I briefly had a Wii, and Mario Strikers was the shit.
Best football game ever made is Sensible World of Soccer,
What's that?
which you will never wind up on Steam because it's like a. God, how old is it now? It's got to be 20 years.
Oh,
I think the very last sports game I really played was like Murder Football. I don't remember exactly what it was called for the NES.
oh man.
And I mean crappy American football.
I gotta finish that one guy that you started. But I have sleep.
Oh, no. There was a hockey game for the NES that was really good.
I don't get up.
What's not to get? Bunch of
There's
people.
guys on skates, they tackle each other, and they have large sticks they use to slap something that can kill somebody if it hits them.
and they regularly have fist fights.
Yep.
It's
Just-
like the perfect sport.
They have a person on the team who is called a bruiser. His entire job is to beat up the enemy team.
Yeah. What's the film called? The Goon, or is it just Goon? I think. It's
Goon
fantastic.
is one of the terms used for it.
Yeah, it's stars Sean William Scott and oh god, what's his face? Liev Schreiber, and it's really good film.
Oh yeah, The Goon. Yeah, that's a good movie. I've seen it.
Yeah, sequel. I think they're making the sequel now.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
That didn't really seem like a sequel type of movie.
I think it's supposed to be more about kind of like the dying art of the Bruiser. Though I guess that's kind of what the first film was about in a way. But yeah, ice hockey is basically the perfect sport.
I hate it when turn-based strategy games don't have good controls.
Yeah, that's kind of a pain.
There's this neat strategy game or turn-based game called Pirates and Crossbones or something like that. But you can't use the keyboard. You have to click for everything, and I don't know. So you click a cell, and then you can't confirm your action with keyboard. So stupid.
I think on a different note, I'm gonna get this Indie bundle. It's the anime one.
Anime Roses, or is there a new one?
That's called The Rockin' Anime. Here, I'll post it again.
Shit.
It's like $2 for 7 games, and I don't own any of them.
Oh, me too. Oh, I own. Never mind. You don't own any of them?
Nope.
Wow, good deal.
I've been pretty frugal with bundles lately.
Must buy all bundles.
Must buy all of them. It's for sure.
Buy all bundles.
Let's
Mhm.
die. This.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those bullet hells. And I'm awful at those games.
I'm actually really good at them, I just hate them. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Man, I have no idea how to build a temporal warden.
I don't know how to build one at all. Don't feel bad.
There's some crazy shit going on with this one.
Like, I've read those abilities like a dozen times, and I'm still confused on how they work.
Oh, by the way, if you're using that player AI thing, don't use it for the temple warden. You will die because of that thing. It's you end up causing paradoxes and killing yourself with copies of yourself.
Yeah, it's actually not a, but yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing to cause paradoxes because there's achievements there's like 3 achievements where you need to make paradoxes. I've been actually having issues creating a paradox.
That one only counts for the story-based encounter in Daikara.
Wait, what?
I try to get some sleep, Steve.
See ya.
Right.
Good night. What story one?
When you you know in Daikara, the third level where you have the entrance to Temple of Rift, you don't have that in if you play as a Temple Warden. Instead, when you enter the third level, you meet yourself, the future version of yourself, and who tries to kill you.
I've never gotten a temporal warden past like level 12.
I did get to that fight and had to run away because he kicked my ass so badly, and I was
I
just
mean,
like,
you could just let him kill you and gotten an achievement for it.
yeah, but I wanted to kill him, which was what really annoyed me because I came back, killed him, and didn't get anything.
Where did Shadow go?
One of these days, I'm gonna install a mess load of these really fast 100% games, and I'm gonna shoot up to like 300, 100% in like a couple weeks.
Do it now. Do it.
The problem is I already started a bunch of games that are longer, so I'm working on those.
Sad times.
And before I can get back to playing and finishing games I've already started, I have to finish games I was given for Christmas.
So Christmas games supersede your backlog then?
Games that someone went out of their way to give me, not like, just key dumped, I put top priority on actually playing.
Interesting.
Well, that might explain why I died so quick last time with my Temporal Warden, because I built him for melee and I was holding a bow the whole time.
Yeah, that would do it.
Pretty genius, if you ask me.
There's only 2 ways to build a Temporal Warden that I can think are viable, although don't trust me because I've never gotten one past level 11. That would be pure magic and like a sword and board offcaster.
Yeah, they do have a specific set gear, which is sword in one hand, dagger in the other.
Yeah, the two weapons, the two swords, the blade of distorted time, and the other one.
Yeah, I think apparently they work out really, really well with bows as well towards the end
Yeah,
game.
that's what I'm trying. Got wrecked again. Just trying to get through that first area even.
Oh, don't feel bad. When I first got to Madness Roguelike and was trying to get the Mankini achievement, I died like 40 times in a row just trying to get out of the starter area. Madness Roguelike made me rebuild my safe build. Made me angry. Because I hadn't changed the build since, Nightmare Roguelike when I set it up. And when I got to Madness, I had to completely rebuild it. Change my build order and everything. I see all these hentai game bundles, and I'm just like, those aren't even allowed on Steam, so I know they don't have achievements, which means they're not worth my money.
But you buy them secretly anyway.
No, I mean
You can tell us.
cartoons.
It's okay.
Like if you're not gonna give me an achievement for it, I'm not gonna waste my time on cartoons. They're always poorly made. I am tempted just to buy the DLC for Dishonored, though.
So what was that?
I was given Dishonored for Christmas, but none of the DLC, so I'm tempted to just buy it so I can play it.
Yeah, the DLC's really good.
And it's all required for 100%ing, I noticed.
Yep, you need all three of the main ones. Knife of Dunwall, Vigmore Ritzes, and Dunwall City Trials.
So that anime bundle I posted, every single game has achievements.
Damn. What are they though?
They look like they're RPGs mostly. Let's see, RPG, maybe a platformer RPG. That actually looks like a bullet hell RPG. Bullet hell? And bullet hell. And RPG. About $2 for 7 achievement games.
But can you complete them all eventually? Have you got the skill?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about skill, but I have persistence, which is just as, if not more important.
You better have a lot of it.
Especially for bullet hells.
Nah, I'm good at bullet hells. I just don't like them.
Have you tried Jamestown?
Fuck, there's
No.
another level in this shit?
I bought Razor too.
That's a piece of cake compared to Jamestown.
I'm gonna look up Jamestown. I'm legitimately probably gonna buy it next time it's on sale. It's just what I do when someone says a game is hard. I can't help it.
Yes. Very hard.
Overwhelmingly positive reviews.
Fuck, I died again. I was so close on that one too. Alright, I think I'll be back on later. Try and get through the baby beginner part of Temporal Warden. That class is pretty hard.